What's up, Slingshot Audio Garage? This is In the Lab podcast number 33, and I am Johnathan Taylor, and with me is Paula from Soul Flow Slings. How are you doing today, Paula?
What's up, guys?
Good. Yeah, we've been just getting busy, getting ready for the event that we're going to be talking about today. We've got Mo with SS22, and we've got Rickie Willl with Team Money Cycles with the SOS Sound Off. What is it? SOS? I should know this stuff, right? Sound Off series.
Yes.
That's what it stands for. So, and yeah, we're going to have them on here shortly. But yeah, everybody's kind of getting ready for, well, I say everybody in Dallas for sure, trying to get ready for the event we got coming up next weekend. And so that's what we're going to talk about tonight and, see what's going on. So how's the weather down there where you guys are at? I know it was like kind of terrible for a little bit, right?
Yeah, but so we're like at the bottom, right? Bottom east side of Florida. Okay. So we got hit with a little bit of rain, but nothing like out of the ordinary.
Okay. Well, that's good. Yeah, we didn't do nothing. So we're good so far. So yeah. We don't we don't get hurricanes, of course, but we get the leftover rain from Galveston and Houston, they'll get the brunt of it, and then we'll get a bunch of rain and be crying, but they don't have electricity, so we should be fortunate, Yeah. We can't be complaining too bad. So well, let's go ahead and bring on Mo, and we'll talk to her with SS22, and we'll get the show going. So how's it going today, Mo? How you been?
Hey, y'all. Hey.
Monique here with SS22, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Dallas Massive Meetup, Massive National. I forget. You got all kind of names put on that thing now. It was a Massive Meetup, and then it's like the National Massive Meetup.
Hey,
so tell us, when was the first Massive Meetup? I remember going to it. So give us a little bit of backstory of it, and a little bit about who you are and your slingshot and all that kind of stuff, just in case somebody, don't know who you are, or give us a little backstory first, and then tell us about the first Massive Meetup and bring us to where we're at today.
All right. I'm Monique, aka Mo. I am the president of SS22, as well as my slingshot name is Batman. So I call him the famous Batman. So it's Batman's mama. Let me put it that way. I've been around here since the beginning, almost in 2015. And constantly have been around. Never took a break from it. Formed my group in 2016, and it's still running strong. Never had a break in between that as well. I don't know. I feel like they know pretty much everything already about.
I know, right?
Pretty much, so it's cool. But anyway, as far as the Massive Meetup, y'all, this is not a new event. It started in 2017 is when it actually started. And I tried to have another one in 2018, and the rain took us out of here. And I was able to cancel it 7 days prior, just in time, and that rainstorm really did come, so I'm glad I did. And we end up skipping out on 2018 and taking it fast forward to 2019. And so after 2019, I've been a little lazy in 2020, so we didn't do it then, especially with all the restrictions for COVID. Yeah, so many restrictions. I just wasn't going to take that chance and get ran off. So we decided to push it with the SS Takeover in 2021. That was a good one. 22 and 23, I was being lazy again. And so I was going to be lazy in 24. I ain't no need to be telling you the story, because me and my group, we have so many things going on that I have to remember that we have to put these national ones out every once in a while. And here we are. Got a bunch of phone calls in 23 saying, Mo, y'all have to do something down there. Y'all just have to do something down there. So here we are now in 24 with a massive meetup happening once again. Okay, y'all. And you know, a lot of people don't know why we said it's October, but in Texas, y'all, it's hot.
Yep.
It's just, I mean, it's extremely hot. And people comes out, and the only calls I was getting, a lot of calls I was getting, majority of the calls I've been getting is they want to ride. They want to ride. They want to go to certain locations. They gave me their locations, all that kind of stuff. But we can't do that over here in Texas in June, July,
Yeah.
August, and most of September. We can't do it. It's just too hot. So we push ours back to October. Just, you know, we hated. We didn't want it to be that late, but safe wise, we had to. So.
Oh yeah.
Here we are here.
Yeah,
And this event,
underestimate.
You say
Everybody
what?
underestimates that heat because you don't like whenever we're on the group chat and you're like, hey everybody, we're meeting up at so and so in Arlington. I'm like, I ain't. It's 105. I ain't going nowhere. Y'all crazy. And even at night, it's still gonna be like 96. I'm like, man, y'all wild and y'all are out there riding. I'm like, no, I'll see y'all in October. It's too hot.
Right.
It's too hot. And we look at
them slingshots will act up in that heat too.
Yeah.
They'll act up in that. It's hard for them to survive staying on like that and running like that in that type of temperature.
Yep.
But we just find ways to just kind of get out. We just do.
Oh yeah.
We just like that. This event, y'all, is running from Thursday to Sunday as normal. It's always on a Thursday that it starts, and it will run Sunday. So.
Oh yeah. It ought to be fun.
Games again. Yes, sir.
Yeah, for sure. I know we got a lot of people. A lot of people book rooms, and a lot of people coming. And so far, the weather looks good. So I mean, I think, and it's not going to be 100 degrees, so it's going to be nice. That's kind of we don't get the in certain parts of the country, it'll in the evening, it gets cooler, so you can get out in your slingshot ride, and it's all right. But yeah, no, in Dallas, DFW, it's 95 at night. It's like I don't even want to be outside. So
I'm telling you,
it's nice. This time of year, like in the morning, it's almost cold. I mean, it's 78 degrees, but to me, it's cold because it's not 92 at 5 a.m.
Right.
So
I wish it doesn't ever get 72 in the morning. Maybe one day in like December we'll wake up in the 70s, but
yeah.
What temperature y'all be down there, Paula?
Right now, Mo, it's probably 90. It's 87 degrees right now, and it's 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah, Florida's got that different heat too. It's pretty terrible.
I didn't think Florida get that hot of here. I think every time I come down there, it's like 70-some degrees.
That's up in Tampa.
Oh, my bad.
Central and North Florida, that's a little different. Yeah. But here, like on the equator line, like it's just too hot all the time.
Right.
Yeah, we were there in February one time doing a marathon in Disney, and it was still like 92 in the morning. I'm like, what are we doing? This is stupid. Like, I don't even want to be here. Like, let's just go back to the room. Yeah. But it was a good time. It's always a good conversation after the fact. Like, yeah, we shouldn't have been out there, but it was fun.
Yeah.
Can you see the YouTube comments, Mo?
No, I can't. That's what I'm trying to put. That's what I've been working on the whole
time. We have Phoenix. We have Tony P. We have let's see who else we have. Game Changer. We have my mom in the comments.
Okay. Oh, hey, tell her hey.
Yeah, we have Mid-South Slingshots Rod in the comments.
Okay, my boy.
We have Miss Coco.
Yes, Coco.
Rachel. Yes, that's on me. We have Storm that just logged into the comments on YouTube. So everybody's saying hello.
Go to YouTube.
Yep. Slingshot Audio Garage on YouTube, and because we've been pushing a lot of people to log on to YouTube and go to our channel, like and subscribe, send all their friends, and then Paula makes it a rule, like she's only going to read comments from YouTube. She's not going to read them from Facebook. So Facebook don't get a lot of love when it comes to the comments, but if there's a whole bunch of chat and a whole bunch of activity on there, then we do. But it's always funny because people are like, oh, I wanted to say something on Facebook, but they weren't answering me. It's like, yeah, no, Paula's the comment.
We're only 10 minutes into the show, and we have, between the two channels, we have 35 people watching. So, yay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get
now we just got to come up with cool stuff to talk about to keep them entertained. Like like, yeah, we're
Well,
gonna have an event.
let's talk about this new light system I'm gonna be running.
Okay.
So what?
Okay. So I decide, I'm always thinking about how to make something unbiased, and I see these people spend all this money on these lights, right? And be looking really, really nice. They like their slingshots, And I said, now when we do this light competition, we're gonna make this really even. It won't be no top dog, We're gonna have 1, 2, and 3 classes. Lightweight, middleweight, and heavyweight. We're gonna give everybody a chance to win these because everybody may not want all them lights on their bike. And some people who ain't got many probably want a lot. We're gonna give everybody a chance. So I'm gonna have a lightweight class, a middleweight class, and a heavyweight class, and each one will have 2 trophies each, first and second. So just to let you guys know, just to let y'all know.
That's kind of cool. How do you know how the breakdown is yet, or you want to share that, or we're gonna wait till we get there?
Pretty much. I will. I used to hook up lights myself, so I will be deciding. You went out. I think you went out. Oh, never mind. I'm looking at the delay. Never mind, Johnathan. I'm looking at the delay.
Yeah.
I was looking at a whole different screen, and I said, "What did you say?" Because you sure went out, but that was me. I will be deciding pretty much who's light, who's middle, and who's heavy. And then from there, we'll go from there. But we want to give everyone an opportunity to try to win these. We trying to stop the, you see some big slingshot coming like Nut House, and then don't nobody want to compete. You see Slinger coming, then nobody want to compete. Because that's what people was doing. They was running from that. They was really running from that.
And it's there's some slingshots that look really, really good that don't have painted on lights, and there's nothing wrong with the crazy lights, but there's some slingshots that have them placed in certain areas that really accent the slingshot and bring out like the color or the wheels or whatever pattern they're going with. It brings that out, and yeah, you're right. I mean, that doesn't mean that they shouldn't get something or that their lights suck because they don't have
a whole lot of lights.
Strands. Yeah,
absolutely.
I like that. That's a good idea.
Yeah. So a lot of people like that. A lot of people got in my inbox behind that, and they really felt confident about wanting to come because they able to get a chance to win, And of course, y'all, just like any light show out there should do, I will be looking for lights that is down. And what I mean about that, if you got this certain pattern going and you got one little strand of lights just blinking all over the place, that is knocking points off.
Yeah.
You understand? That is knocking points off. So I'm gonna let you know that if you got a whole section that ain't even playing, or light or two that ain't playing, string that ain't playing, that knocks it off on a real light competition, y'all.
Yep.
Okay. No, I'm not doing the the different color changing. Who can do it faster? I'm not gonna do that. I will orchestrate it a different way. Make sure everybody have fun, and because everybody don't know how to. Certain remotes, it's not that quick. Where you can change them colors and know what colors you could change to and all that. So I want to just make it even for everybody. That's it.
Yeah.
So I just want y'all to know it's gonna be lightweight, middleweight, and heavyweight for the light show. All right, and it don't have to all be digital. Everything don't have to be digital. So if you are the kind, because we know a lot of people that got plain lights. If them things needed nice, because I see some plain lights, I'll be like, my goodness, that's really, really nice. Real clean, real neat. Hey, you have a chance. So we got to do it in a way where it can put digital and solid lights kind of like in the same thing without having a problem. So we will be looking for the mistakes or the situations of lights not working first in order to disqualify you.
Yeah. So you can have, I mean, basically it makes it fair to where you could, you can have some lights from Amazon. They're stuck on nice, and if they're on there nice, then you can compete. So that's cool.
Right.
What's going on, Rickie?
Oh, hey, I didn't know I was live.
You are late, sir. You are late.
You're good, man. It's Rickie Willl with Team Money Cycles and the Sound Off. That's the West Sound Off series, man. He's jumping in and
you want to know what's so crazy?
What?
I had it on my calendar for October 9th. So I just told Ted when he texted me, like, make sure you remind me. He like, we're live now. I just was on live with Bagger Nationals.
Nice.
So I apologize. Hey, everybody. Good evening, rather.
Your face was great when you realized that we were live.
Like, shit.
Yeah, that's what I was talking to my daughter. I'm like, oh snap, everybody can see me.
Well, no, that's perfect. That's perfect. Well, we were. I was telling Mo backstage, like, we'll start with Mo and talk to her a little bit about, what she does and who she is, and then, then we would go to you and and talk about, you and what you do. So, I'm Johnathan Taylor, and this is Paula, my
Okay.
co-host, and
Hey Paula, how you doing? Hey John.
we just, we just kind of chit chat. We're not going to ask, crazy surprise questions or nothing like that, but
Hey, ask me whatever you want. I'm open.
yeah. But it's we're all about just talking with people in the community. We've been
Sure.
talking with a bunch of shops and vendors and people like that. On our past podcast, and and so now since we're having the SS22 event coming up next week, and then you guys are being kind to be able to put on the audio competition for us, which is really cool because I was at the you guys' show, I guess, in 22, and
Yeah.
and it was nice. It was big, and had all those baggers out there, and like it was well orchestrated. Even the sound competition, the flow, even the baggers. Like there was a ton of baggers in their sound competition, and it was
Sure.
smooth, man. Like it was just rolling through, and it was like before you knew it, it was done. I was like, shit, man, we'd be here all night with slingshots. Like
Oh,
it was nice.
listen. You most certainly would. Hold on, let me get my folder. Go ahead, continue. I'm ready. I'm
Oh,
I'm,
that
I'm,
now
I'm
you
with
good.
you.
But so yeah. But basically, so I'll just ask you, what take it back to not necessarily the beginning, but like so how you got into the team money cycles and how that came about and to what you do now and what let's say what you guys' platform does differently with baggers and stuff like that, and then starting to incorporate the slingshot. So just give us a little background and history of who you are, what you do.
So I'm Ricky Willl from Team Money Cycles. TMC actually started February of 2015. The direction at that point was not motorcycle audio competitions. It was just really like a brand to focus on custom motorcycles. Didn't really know where I wanted to go with it. Our first show was August of 2016, at which time it was baggers versus slingshots. The first ever Team Money Cycles event before it was an SOS, the series. It was a cancer awareness event in Philly. It was baggers versus slingshots. I think I got about 15 baggers there and maybe about 7 slingshots. 100 people, 100 spectators. It rained. The wind blew. I tell everybody my DJ cut the mic off in the middle of me talking because he had another gig and he was free that day. It was like the homie hookup.
Yeah.
And if I were to think that it would have grown into what it is now,
Yeah.
uh, I would have never had imagined. So at that time, the next year we came out swinging. We did an event in King of Prussia uh, pretty much a year later and quadrupled our number of attendants. Our attendees, we were more organized. I knew what I had more time to plan and had a better vision of where I wanted to go. At that point, the Slingshot audio was not non-existent, but it wasn't. It didn't have the motivation that motorcycle audio had at that time.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
we shifted our focus over to motorcycles, but continued to watch the growth of the slingshots because I had a love for both.
Mm-hmm.
And then slingshot platforms came about, such as Jimmy with SS Takeover, and I think in 2017 he and I did a battle in Maryland, and that was pretty cool because I was no longer focused on the slingshots, and to see somebody else come in and take the reins on that and grow that
Mm-hmm.
was great. I look now, Team Money Cycles has grown. We travel the country. We work with some of the top manufacturers in the industry. We've had an opportunity to see products be developed and grow, as well as the industry in terms of the participants and the experience that the spectators have an opportunity to um, be involved in and see their favorite baggers. And like I see now in the slingshot world, you guys have slingshots that have names and themes, and
Yeah.
you got the OGs like Monique here, who I used to see with her leg hanging out the slingshot, doing donuts and whatnot.
Yeah.
Via social media, which is great. It connects us all. I'm like, that lady is crazy.
Yeah.
She like doing donuts and whatnot. And to see all of us from our respective groups grow and wear different hats now, wear podcast and show promoters and different platforms. And it's like you got the little drama which keeps everybody on their toes and excited. So I know I'm including other things and talking about Team Money Cycles, but you have to also highlight what's going on around you for the culture. So that's pretty much my story, man. I'm just waking up every day trying to keep doing what I'm doing and be better at it.
Man, that's right. And that's what, I like one of the first things you said, with the original event, was a cancer awareness event, which is really cool. Like we try to, do, help out with different charities and stuff like that, through the Slingshot Audio Garage. And, that's what we're all about. It's all about, giving back or, just trying to help out. I mean, I look at it like, we have all these, $20,000 machines that we throw money at. So it's like, I think as having that, being fortunate enough to have that, it's good to be able to, help expand from there and, bring awareness to other things and charities and, just help people. I think that's what it's about, is community.
Agreed.
Whether it's slingshot community, bagger community. I know for the longest time, like bagger guys don't love slingshot guys, but at the end of the day, it's all kind of the same thing, like I personally don't like when people call a slingshot a bike. I think it's dumb because it's a slingshot. It's not a bike. It's weird to me when they say bike. So I can understand that from a motorcycle person's point of view. And they're like, that shit's not a bike. It's got a steering wheel, so I can understand it. But I like that, I think recently in the past year, you can almost see some of that back and forth hatred kind of going away. I see a lot more, unity with it between the two groups.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think that just from my standpoint, I think that may be a misconception. As I would say, a person that may be considered an influencer on the motorcycle audio side. I don't get a lot of negative talk from the motorcycle audio competitors in the SOS and when it comes to slingshots. That may be motorcyclists that are online that that just don't maybe adopt that into the motorcycle culture. But from an audio standpoint, you'll have a sibling rivalry when we're in the ring competing. But I mean, if you love audio, you love music. So that's going to be the catalyst to bring us. If you go to the slingshots versus the bagger events, it don't look like a gang meeting where the baggers want to fight the sling. It's not like that. No. I think what happens is you're taking the motorcycle the motorcycle culture, and they may have a problem with the three wheels, but guess what? They have a lot of those same forums have a problem with the big wheel baggers. So I think collectively we're probably right, our own. We're our own family. And everybody else is probably, you can't ride those things. They look dumb and all. I think that our two worlds are probably more so on the same page.
I have a question for Rickie Willl from Tiff Campbell, Miss Coco, and she wanted me to say this, the unofficial sex therapist. She has a question asking you directly. Okay. Where do you see motorcycles and slingshots in the audio competition growing in female judges?
I don't think that judging is a gender specific task or assignment. I think that what happens is, especially in motorcycle audio, you have the number of female to male ratio is pretty small. The slingshot community, you have more ladies in the slingshot community involved
Oh
than
yeah,
I see in motorcycle audio.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
Girl
and a lot
power.
of yeah. So and
yeah. They're trying to take over.
I think that's great. A lot of the ladies, I mean, when you build these motorcycles, and I'm not saying that women can't do it, but you see some men struggling trying to manhandle some of these baggers that come in.
Yep.
So that may be a reason why we don't see as many women competing, possibly because they're not outfitting their bikes like that. Or you can have someone ride it in for you, but I don't. I guess I want to answer a question.
With the judging, yeah.
If I have more, if it's more women that want to come to a SOS and they're qualified and can get the job done, the more the merrier. It doesn't
Mhm.
send them this way. As long as they
Can I
can.
say something to that?
Yeah, go ahead, Mo.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Get them, Mo. Not this way.
Oh shit. Here she comes.
When it comes to judging, it's not dealing with gender at all. It really not. A person has to generally have love for that type of that's a sport within itself. Like for instance, like you just take me. Like I can take every sound coming out of every biker and every slingshot and make it by ear. That's a gift. You see what I'm saying? So that's why when I go to these shows and I go to even car audio and they see me coming, they'll say, Mo, we need you as a judge. Because you generally have to have the love. That's got to be inside you. So that's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
really just, really just male or female based like that. And then if the woman is not known, or even the man, if he's not known, ain't nobody just gonna ask anybody to run up there and judge their show and it's on their name. It don't work
Yep.
that way. So if that woman gained that respect or somehow they find out how she's connected into audio, period, who knows? Hell, she could have been a part of Timberland clan. You know what I'm saying? Making beats, you don't know. But when they learn of you, then they would accept that. I don't think they have anything to do with genders. Now let me say something about the motorcyclists and slingshot, especially early on. I can honestly say it was a division. It was, Rickie.
You think so?
Because I am a biker. I was a biker ever since I was 20 or 19. So, and I still deal heavily in the motorcycle world. I still do. And I say that every time I put up a video and I'm there live, I say, y'all remember, I'm a biker first. And it was horrible. And it was to the point where some of our people go places and maybe who's ever over that particular show or that weekend anniversary would tell them we don't want them things on our property.
Oh
It
wow.
was bad all the way across. I went to Houston. I went to Houston for an event with one of the motorcycle events, and Toy, the boss, at the time was over a lot of Houston for as the slingshots, and she had a aunt that passed away, and even though we was getting ready to have this meetup, she had to leave, and I think go to Chicago if I'm not mistaken, and it's been a while back, and so I took the crew. I stepped in her place, and I took the crew to the motorcycle event, and we damn near had to go to war with that president. Me and this president, this tall guy that had to been about 7'1", we was toe to toe in each other's face. I got the slingshot folks behind me, and he got his people behind him on his turf. With him saying, park them things on the street, they're cars, this and that, this and that, this and that. So I didn't see it first offhand, and after standing up to him, he apologized because I ordered, and I'm not gonna lie, this might not even been right, but I ordered for the slingshots to go on both ends of the streets and block the street completely to the police car. I ordered it. If you're not gonna let us, if you can see I'm a biker first, but the guy didn't know that. So if you're not gonna let us park these things just like everybody else, and we're not even asking to park everywhere, because I do understand some stuff get compact. Only bikers need to be there. But I gave him the area. Hey, what about just on the line of these fences? Because we don't want our stuff out there where people breaking in our stuff either. These are our toys like those are yours. So
Yeah.
after so long, he apologized. He did apologize. And he said, you're absolutely correct. He said, you park them along the fence. This, that, we won't have no problem, But it took a lot just to get them to start recognizing. Now, here's the thing. Because I am a biker, every time me and Batman went somewhere, even in 2015, the biker's like, Mo, come on in. Come on in with that thing. But what I'm speaking on is even the others. Like the other people, the whole slingshot community, it was bad. Like they did not want them things around. They tore down. Now here's the thing: not all of them dislike slingshots, but because some of them feel like they was too hot than what they need to be, expensive toys. Some of them just didn't feel like they was a bite enough just to have it there, you know. And they did how long? They did. They did for a minute, Ricky. And now it's getting better, but it still ain't good. Like good. You know what
But
I'm
that's
saying?
more so, like I was saying. I mean, you pretty much confirmed what I was saying. That was more so on the bike set and
Yeah.
not in the audio world.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Not the
And
audio
it,
world.
and to add something what Paula said in reference to Tiffany's question,
Uh,
um, with it being gender, when will we see more females? People have this misconception that judging is like this this thing, like you had to go to college and get a degree and all. Paula, have you ever judged a sound competition?
Nope.
Okay.
And that was
Have you?
actually going to be one of my next questions from someone who sent me a message on Facebook. What qualifies you to be a judge in
Uh,
both of your opinions? Actually, all three of your opinions.
so I'll go first. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been to a concert before?
Yes.
Okay. So who's your favorite artist? And I'm going somewhere with this.
It's
Just give me
Spanish
somebody.
artist, Farruko.
All right. I'm not going to repeat that name, but
I'm
you
just
go
gonna
to
say you can't repeat
yeah.
it.
She put the
Right.
hard R there. I ain't
the
going
hard R.
for the Ruko. Yeah. So you you go to his concert, right? You heard his songs and all, and whether they're playing the track before he comes on or is live, if the sound engineer has the music turned up too loud, what are you going to do? What's your face going to look like?
I mean, like,
Yeah.
The same thing you would do at a slingshot competition if you were in a ring judging.
Yeah.
If you know the lyrics to his song, or if you don't know the lyrics, you know he's singing and it sounds like he's underwater, like muddy. What are you going to look at to the person next to you and say?
yeah, I can't even understand what he's saying. Yeah.
All right, so everybody has. If you in your car and it's too loud where you can't think, or you've adjusted the treble where you got them little factory speakers, but you trying to play Jeezy and it start busting your speakers, you gonna go in there and you're gonna turn it down. So what happens is many of us just through our life experience have the attributes to become a judge.
Right.
We may not know the articulation on how to articulate what we heard, or to take a class and have somebody with a little more experience identify the things that you know are right or know are wrong, but you just don't know the language. And
Right.
then what happens is we throw you in there to judge, and then somebody says, "Well, Paula, uh, what's wrong with my bike? What did you like?" And you try to sound intelligent because you got the judge of the day badge on.
Yeah.
And I'll tell the judges, man, keep it simple. Hey man, your lyrics sound, if you don't know how to articulate, hey man, it sound muddy, man. It sound like they were underwater. I couldn't understand the words, rather than trying to, oh, your frequencies seemed like they were 50,000 decibels too
Yeah.
high. And
Yeah.
nah, just keep it simple. Hey
Yeah.
man, it was too loud. What do you mean? It was hurting my ears to the point that, did you see me and the other three judges back up almost out of the tent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you might have wanted to turn it down. We couldn't. So it's really not rocket science. It's really everybody being on the same page of knowing how to speak the language and articulation, and what exactly is the platform itself looking for
Yeah.
to determine whether or not you deserve one of these, or hold on a minute, because I know y'all like these, or one of these.
Yeah. Yeah.
What what boxes do I need to check
Yeah.
to get me to the end goal? And the judges need to know these are the boxes we need checked. Okay, boom, boom, boom. They check that. Cool. That's it.
Yeah.
It's not rocket science. We make it seem like it's, you could get grandma out of the crowd and put her in there. She doesn't listen to enough music. I bet you 9 out of 10 times, two of the judges or one of the judges and grandma are gonna be on the same page.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and like the best thing you said was knowing what the platform that you're playing for looks for, like the sound, because you have the different platforms, like, Team Money Cycles, you guys listen for a different, y'all are trained different. You have a different sound that you're looking for, what you're used to hearing in motorcycles, baggers, and then, like if I go to an SS Takeover event, that's a whole different level of sound that their judges and that the crowd is kind of expecting to hear. So like that back up out of the tent, like both slingshots are going to be doing that. So like then you're stuck judging which one was less nasty, like, and that sounds terrible to say, but I'm trying to judge less distortion because they're both over the top and I didn't want to be nowhere near them. So it's like, that's where I think it gets difficult in the platform. But you're right. The best thing that you said was, knowing the platform that you're playing for. And you're right. I like the idea of it could be loud, but legible. Like I can understand what's going on. It could be musical and loud.
But ultimately, the platform, that's not fair to the judge, though.
I know.
Because ultimately, the platform has to set the foundation.
Yep.
And if you're given a 20 by 20 or 20 by 40 area to judge in, and you pretty much have to exceed that judging parameter in order to save your airs. That's a problem. That's not a good working environment for you, because then you're gonna get air fatigue faster.
Yep.
For the other. So ultimately, it comes back to the platform to set the foundation and give the judges a clear path to be able to, so you guys can do a good job at what you've been tasked to do.
Yeah.
We have Man of God, TJ, asking if you're going to be doing the judges course again this year, where and when, and any chances that we can get him to Texas.
TJ, I can't do nothing else this year. I'm looking at my notes on my desk now. I do not have a free weekend again until after SOS Top 8, and then the next place I'll be getting on a plane going to is on vacation. So we will do I will say this: if you have interest in Texas and we can get enough people for a class where it can make sense as far as this travel logistics and all, I would definitely be up to coming out hosting the class. And that's anywhere: Texas, Florida, wherever.
He's saying bring that training to Texas, and I'm there, but Philly is a long way from Dallas.
That ain't nothing but a flight, 3.5 hours. That ain't nothing but a little bit of money in a flight.
Yep.
Right.
We have Miss Phoenix, Michelle, saying it's definitely worth going to. And then I had highlighted something she was asking you specifically, something about a hat on your head. Hold on. Oh, right here.
My hat is not turned backwards.
Is your hat to the back?
No.
That was earlier.
No.
I don't know if it's
No, that's I turned. That's my alter ego. No, we don't need the hat to the back for this
interview.
For this interview now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is. It definitely can be difficult as a judge, and I tell I'm the first person to tell everybody, like, don't compete. Like, you can enjoy your slingshot and have a great sound system and have a phenomenal system.
Sure.
But it can get so and it's unfair to say, I'm sure. It's just my opinion. But when I tell people don't compete, because the judging can be so subjective, depending on the event you go to. Like, and I'm basing my experience off, slingshot events, and where, I heard it totally different, versus what they judged, and I'm like, that's why I'm not a judge. And it's like, you just got to have fun, because you can't overthink it, because so many people get all upset and want to fight over something stupid. It's like, dude, it's subjective. And like you said about ear fatigue, man, like the featherweights and slingshots nowadays are stupid. Like you can't get to middleweight after you judge lightweight, and by the time you do welterweight, middleweight, you're already half deaf. Your ears are ringing. So it's crazy for me to see the same judges still in there, the heavyweight. I'm like, you can't do that and be like realistically hearing what you should be hearing. I don't believe, because they are so loud compared to 2 years ago. But
So
and that's my opinion.
Let me ask you a question, and we may agree to disagree on this. So I would hear people say that over the years. Oh, the judging is subjective. It's subjective, right?
Mhm.
And to a degree, but we have to agree that it's objective as well,
Sure.
because there are, again, if you going by what the platform has in place, what their criteria is, what boxes need to be checked.
Yeah.
So if you're given a set of boxes, um, subjective is just like, yeah, it's just your opinion, but in a sense, it's still objective because you have a parameter, you have guidelines in which you're being instructed to listen for, right?
Mhm.
And then you got to base your opinion off of that. So yes, you're basing your opinion on something, but you're given a set of guidelines. So it's you have some subjectiveness in there, but you have a lot of objectiveness in there also. So it's
Yeah.
just like you're not making your decision off just this willy-nilly. uh
Yeah.
you understand? I'm like,
Yeah. No. No. I get it. I get it. I think that's unfortunate that the slingshot events are kind of like they get that vibe. You know, they're it's just kind of there's no like you said, no boxes checked. You know, there's no platform of this is what we're listening for consistently, I should say. Like on yours, do you have the same judges that go to the shows?
so I have two judges that travel with me,
Uh-huh.
and then I have um a set of judges that I'll contact prior to the events that are qualified. Some may have attended the SOS Sound University class. Some are um, industry professionals, whom just not because they have a shop or they say they can tune does not automatically qualify you. They still get vetted.
Yeah.
But there are times after they may make a decision that I don't agree with, and we'll go back and do like a sit down and say, all right, on such and such, like, what did you hear on that you like? And
Yeah.
I may not totally agree, but when they articulate it to me, I'm like, okay, it
Yeah.
makes sense. Like their boxes may been checked a little differently,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
yeah, we pretty much know who we're going to be using and
Mhm.
their skill set. Like we
But
ain't
I
just
think
pulling nobody
that's
out of
the
the crowd.
difference though that and I think that's what makes you know would make your platform really good is because you know you have you know you travel with your judges, you talk about what you're trying to listen for, what you're trying to hear, and if it is consistent on every single you know bike or bagger that passes through or slingshot even, you know, if it's consistent and you see like this is what they want to hear and then they're really judging for that, I think that says a lot because I see that a lot when it comes to slingshot events. It's like we're not judging for loudest; the loudest always wins. Like it could be distorted as shit, it wins. And I'm like, what happened to clarity? You know, like or you know, like it's not a bass competition. The best bass always wins. And I'm like, what happened to you know loudness? Like it's never consistent, and I think that's where and when I talk to people about competing, I'm like, dude, don't do it because it's all over the map. There's no consistency in the slingshot judging that I've seen yet. Like it's
Well,
not. But
well,
and
yeah,
that's
but
what I say. I like your platform, like you're saying. You know if you're consistent on the way you're judging, and you can kind of tell. I think competitors that compete with with your series, they could probably go to shows and go, yeah, they're consistent on judging.
well, it does. I'll tell you, man. It doesn't happen overnight. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to discourage people and tell them don't compete. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
it's a lot of money invested.
Oh yeah.
What has to happen is um, it's just like if you run a company, training
Yeah.
is important. Even in these platforms, getting your people trained, and then just communication. You know, talk with the talk with the platform organizers and
Yeah.
platform organizers. I mean, your biggest suggestion box is social media. No,
Yeah.
you're not going to take every suggestion, but listen, you just go in and read the comments of the people, and you got to eat the meat and spit out the bones.
Mhm.
Um, but ultimately, it can't get better if people feel like, hey, just don't compete.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
You're
that's
right. You're
that
right.
that's not the answer.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Find a solution and just try to improve it. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah,
I
no,
mean,
you're
because it's fun. We're all having fun. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yep.
But I can say this
some,
though. I can say this. John, the difference is, like he say, he have two that travels with him all the time, and then he have certain ones that he can choose out throughout. You understand? I mean, these are people that is used to judging for him as well.
yeah. Oh
So,
yeah, yeah,
so I mean, like you said, it don't happen overnight. And eventually, if they weren't doing it a certain way, they eventually gonna start. You know, after
yep,
be with them so long. But see, the difference in the slingshot community, you may pick a judge, or you may have four judges already. By the time that show started, three of them that dropped out.
yeah,
You understand what I
yeah.
mean?
Oh
So
yeah,
now, in order to make your show continue, you finding
yep,
anybody in the audience you feel like that can judge your show. So what do you
yep,
have now? Inconsistency.
yep,
Inconsistency. You understand what I mean?
yeah,
Due to the fact that that happened at a show not too long ago where I was like, well, how did they be the judges? And he was like, you know, I had one to call in, one we didn't talk to, one that didn't come through. You know, that really happened for the slingshot
yeah,
community.
yeah,
You know, so it's gonna be different ears every time, and that's why you're not hearing that. That's
yep,
why you're not hearing that. You understand? So I get it, but basically to judge a sound competition, clarity we know is up there. You
mhm.
know, I didn't heard a bike like I'll take Elvin's because that was the bike I heard, and I forgot. Johnathan, what was that blue bike that he made? I think it was a four-seater that was extremely loud but extremely clear.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
I cannot think of the name of that bike,
I can't
but
remember.
I
I
know
know
he
which
brought
one you're
it to the
talking about.
sling experience.
Yep, yep,
And the person that was over that particular sound at that time feel like the bike was just too loud. Now,
mhm.
here's the thing. So that was the conversation, Rickie, probably for 2 days, wasn't it, Johnathan?
Yeah,
About
yeah,
that particular bike
yep.
that
I remember it.
lost because of the loudness. Now at this point, I'm just gonna keep it real, and I say this out loud now because I didn't say it then. Um, I listen in every angle possible for that bike. Cause I think that bike, and when I say bike, I'm not talking about a two, I'm talking about that slingshot
No, I got you.
Evan made. That bike was being hated on
Yeah,
from the beginning when it got there. And I'm just
yeah,
gonna keep it real.
yeah,
So did I know that bike was gonna lose? Yes, I did. Because I heard all the conversations, I heard the things from people, and I'm not talking about this. Don't have anything to do with Mark and Storm, no, because they did not judge that competition. They did not lay out the rules or any
yeah,
of that. But that bike was already being hated on, and
yeah,
so and I knew then. I said this is going to be a disaster. You know, with this boy that built this thing up the way he built it up,
yeah,
and it's really nice. It's really loud. The bass is where it needs to be. The clarity is there. The horns is not overdriven. Like it just had a plus sign in every location. But
yeah.
because nothing could beat it in its loudness and clarity at the time,
Yeah.
they they want to judge it strictly on its loudness. And I thought
Well,
that was really
and
fine.
I've said multiple times that, that slingshot and a couple of different slingshot at different events. It's like if this was
Right.
an SS Takeover event, he'd have won all day, and it's because you know what they're listening for,
But
and
who?
but it's such a, like I
But
said,
what,
it's so subjective, and it's not, and it's because the training isn't there, like and this isn't a reflection on you and your organization. It's just what we've witnessed in the slingshot community. It's never consistent, and I'm down like with TJ. Like you put together a class in Texas, I'll be there too. So like, and I like to know like what you really look for, in the sound competition and the sound in your sound series, and you know I try not to be a
most
judge at slingshot events, but
yeah.
I it's good to know what you're trying to hear for.
well,
What
guys,
it
we have some questions that I've written down from YouTube.
That's a
From
lot of questions she got there
that's
too.
so
She got a
no,
is.
that's
lot.
why I've been looking here, but I'll just go with the last question that I saw because I mean, there's like question after question after
Go
question.
ahead, shoot. It's fine. I'm good.
So, man of God, TJ is asking, what are they looking for when they're checking the boxes?
So you want sound quality, and that is, can you play? And I wish I had my notebook in front of me, so I'm gonna just say off the cuff. Pretty much, can you play your audio at a level that no, you don't want distortion, but can your speakers handle it? If we're talking in terms of bass, um, are you overpowering them? Meaning, are you playing them past their capability? Now it's over excursion. Are you making your subs slap? If you have a ported enclosure, is it properly ported? Is it bass or is it port noise? Um, if you're playing a song that should be hitting a certain frequency, is it able to do that? If you're playing rock music, do you have it properly tuned where a kick drum sounds like a kick drum? Um, with your vocals, are they warm? But with warm vocals, as you start to crank up the volume, they tend to get to the point where this power that we're putting to them, if it's too warm now, you can't really understand the vocals. So you may have to pull back, some frequencies, the 150, the 315, the 125, like those are things that you'll be able to call out frequencies as you get the experience. Is it harsh? Is it too much 1K? Is it too much 2K? Do the person's vocals sound like they got a sinus infection because it's too nasal, because it's not warm enough? On the brighter side, is it too much tweeter? Like volume control, time management, clock management. Like, okay, you play some songs, but you only got it a minute and 30 seconds, but you just played a song and wasted 30 seconds with an intro that did absolutely nothing to allow you to check boxes. 90 seconds in the motorcycle audio world goes quick. I've been telling everybody, these bikes are so close, you better come out and punch the person in the face and
Right
then,
away.
transition to something else. So you can't just say, hey, my builder said play the bike on 34 and play this list of songs. In motorcycle audio, we do King of the Hill. It doesn't work. It's a strategy. The song I need for Johnathan may not have to be as aggressive as the song I need for Paula or Mo. You know what I mean? So those are a lot of boxes to check. Now think about it from a judging point of view. How many minutes do you have in the slingshot world to play?
Typically,
1 minute,
like
2 minutes?
Typically, it's 2 1-minute rounds. Yeah.
Okay. So
It depends on the platform, I guess. Yeah.
So we'll take that. I'm giving you 3 judges there, 2 1-minute rounds, right? So you get a chance to listen for 1 minute. How long do you get to take those 4 minutes of music played by 2 different slings? How long do you take to analyze all that and make a decision? 30 seconds?
Just to piggyback right off of that question, that answer was you just said right now. Game changer Rob, he's asking, is the checklist a mental thing, or are you guys going to actually have like a
No,
piece of
and so in the SOS, it's a mental thing, right? But even listen, if you give somebody a piece of paper, right? Now I've done points, I've done write down notes and all. Now, y'all had a hard enough time trying to write down notes as kids in school when the teacher is teaching.
I'm having a hard time right now.
All right, so now you're trying to write down notes and listen.
Yeah.
These are 5 senses. So now something you're going to miss something. So listen while you're walking around. Close your eyes, step back, feel the music, tap your foot, tap into all these different things. But you got 4 minutes to listen, but you only have 20 seconds to make a decision.
Right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I keep telling people, you got to have grace with the judges. These are the same people you drinking the beer with. You walking on your feet sometimes for 2, 3, 4, 5 hours.
Oh my God, tell me about it.
For you know what I mean? So you got to have a little grace. It's not an easy task. And then before you pull out the ring, what's the first question? Hey man, what I do wrong?
Right.
Yeah.
Now, my brain's still trying to.
Yeah.
So
Trying to figure it out.
I'm not trying to make an excuse, but what I'm saying is, everybody has a task in their ring. Relax, back up a little bit. Only problem I have when it comes to judging is what Mo said when she said that slingshot got hated on. So I got questions then. Hated on by, does the platform not like the builder? Does the platform not? And if that's the case, how does that trickle down to these 3 judges? Was there a meeting beforehand? Because that's not a judging problem. That's an integrity problem.
Yeah.
So we just, and it don't matter if it's SOS, if it's, I ain't gonna call no other platforms. That's a problem if you feel as though you have a competitor, a customer coming to your business, your platform, and they're not getting a fair shot. You have to show me some proof. If you tell me, hey, such and such bike got hated on, I need to know by what judge. And I need to pull that judge to the side and say, hey, what's the problem with you and Monique?
Yeah.
Or if I know there's an existing problem or y'all don't have some words on Facebook, I need to recuse somebody, or we got to switch it around, because the integrity of the platform, it ultimately falls on that,
Right.
and that's
But that wasn't the
that's
case.
a problem.
That wasn't the case, Ricky. It didn't get hated on by the judges. It got hated on by the company that was given the sound competition. And I don't want to say no names on that. I see somebody already do it.
No, Mo, but even just say you come and Ricky Willl hate JT, right? My 3 judges, my feelings towards JT shouldn't. If you're saying that the judges made it, that ultimately the judges picked the winner,
Ricky,
not the company.
Ricky,
All right, I'm gonna leave it alone.
Read between the lines.
I don't want to read. I'm gonna get off of it.
I want you
It
to
ain't
read
not.
between the lines.
I ain't on here for that.
Ricky,
because I'm a straight shooter,
Ricky
Mo, so
Willl,
I don't want to
Mr.
get involved
Willl,
in
read
that. Nope.
between the lines.
Let's talk about next question, Paula. Next question.
Actually, on a lighter note,
Hey, I'm gonna read in between the line on this.
Nah, because the motorcycle, right is right, wrong is wrong, wrong ain't never gonna be right. So I don't want to read. It ain't my problem. Paula, no, I'm done.
It was a motorcycle situation that done it.
I'm taking my headphones. Paula, give me another question.
Okay, on a lighter note.
It wasn't at the SOS, was it? For the record? It wasn't at the SOS, was it?
It wasn't. No, it wasn't
all right.
SOS.
Then we're going to move on. That's all I need to know. Let's go, Paula.
Okay, on a lighter note.
Get me.
Because I already had to get a whole nother sheet of paper. These people are shooting questions. And on a lighter note, Storm wants to know if there's going to be any kind of water gun fights. Then they started talking some mess on there. But is there going to be some kind of water gun thing? Should everybody come prepared with their water guns?
Where?
The massive meetup.
It's our massive meetup.
That's Mo. Yeah, don't bring a water gun to no SOS.
Wait, I'm gonna tell you. Actually, I'm gonna read. Well, I can't find it now, but I'm gonna go by memory exactly what his question was. He said, "Mo, is your outfit and your hair going to be waterproof because of the water gun situation?" So it was something along those lines. So I think he's preparing to come. And then Tiffany said that she's coming with her super soaker or something like that. And then it went into this like weird Diddy thing. I don't know. The chat, I'm telling you, you guys need to catch on with the chat, because I've been trying to write notes, but the
chat is blowing up.
Stop.
I would say you better bring your heat just in case, because I'm gonna have I'm gonna have both my pistols and my sawed off. So
don't y'all put no water in my head.
Just in case.
Not with Mo. Y'all see Mo here, dude? You better
don't get that. Don't get that Egyptian silkwear.
Or else it's gonna be fireworks.
Yeah. She'll bring out the real gun.
And look, Rod from Mid-South Slingshots, he just put a whole bunch of water like emojis. So
yeah,
that's a hot mess.
He said, I can't compete with JT's guns.
I'm telling you, I had the heat in Memphis.
You had 3. You had
3
guns.
I missed that event. That's a good event too. Rod did a heck of a job, man.
Yeah, that was a good show. That was a good sure. But yeah, it's
and now I guess Storm is saying, "Hey, H-Town, we need to go and gang up on JT." So I guess we're coming for you.
I'll buy another one. I don't care. I'll have 2 of them rifles.
Just hire like a fire truck to just follow you behind.
Yeah.
Hey, Mo, I have a question, Mo, if I could. Okay. How many slingshots? So we had an SOS event coming to Texas on the 11th and 12th. How many slingshots do you anticipate, or did you already talk about this? Anticipate coming to the event to compete?
To compete, I don't know. TJ may have better count with that.
Okay.
Yeah, because here's the thing with Ricky, they be in their own little messengers for the
Okay.
competitors. Like even now, they have messengers just for the competitors and all that kind of stuff. So he would get a better count with that. I know I wouldn't have that answer at all for you. I know about the regular ones that would show up, but he probably have a better answer for as the competition part of
The
it.
reason the reason I'm asking is and Mo and I talked about this Sunday, I think, when I was flying back from North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
I see slingshots come to motorcycle events, and sometimes I think because of the participation, the amount of motorcycles that show up, you guys end up at the end, kind of like a second thought, afterthought.
Mm-hmm.
And I would rather just have a primary all motorcycle event than to do that to the slingshots. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? Because I want you guys to have the same enthusiasm that we have. So in the
Right.
past, I was able to, I think when JT came, run the slingshot featherweight, say after I ran bagger featherweights. So you guys will have a crowd too.
Mm-hmm.
With this SOS top 8 race that we have going on, in the last 2 shows we had hurricanes and tornadoes, and we ended up with 104 motorcycles in
Damn,
Atlanta, and I just had 76 in North Carolina.
man.
So what I proposed to you, Mo, and I was trying to get an idea of a count, is to move my registration times up. My show is expected to start at 1:30 with the baggers. Our registration from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. I would love to do registration for the slingshots from 11 a.m. to noon and run the slingshots, if need be, from 12 p.m. to 1:30. But even if we ran over to say 2 o'clock, run the slingshots first. Not in a way to rush the slingshots, but if I want to pick the gooder of the 2 evil, I would rather crack the day off with the slingshots while everyone is still there, setting up and kind of like hanging out and just playing their songs, getting ready, like not really any activity going on. Hey, let everybody come to the tent and let the slingshots have an hour and a half to 2 hours to do their thing. And then we can start the baggers immediately after. But it's just a little easier if I have a estimated count to just see how I need to move the clock, because I want you guys to be included in the day and get the same attention as everyone else.
Yeah, but Ricky, you late. You real late because I already got all that wrote down. Just what you said. It's already wrote
I,
down. It's already in itinerary. All you gotta do is look.
you
It's in
did,
itinerary
Mo?
from 11 to 12. I done already did all that. Yeah,
Yes.
I did
Mo,
all
I was
that.
I
just,
asked you, did you tell the
So
people
go
already,
ahead.
Mo?
So let's 'cause we are getting people asking
yeah,
about the itinerary as well, which I
Mo,
have
I
my big
love you, Mo.
screen right here.
I love you, Mo. Thank you.
right, right.
you were explaining. I'm like, I think I read that already. Like, I'm, I'm like,
Yo,
what's going on right now?
hey,
I
I'm
think
sorry,
there's
y'all.
even like a paragraph or like
We
oh,
didn't
it
talk
says right
about
here,
it, but
there's a
she wrote it
note
down.
on here that says the Slingshot Sound Show will take place
Oh,
before
go ahead, tell him.
Bagger Show, tailgating allowed. I mean, there's even a sentence
Yeah, I
on
put the
there.
notes. I put everything down. I put everything down.
Yes.
Okay.
I was listening, Ricky. I told you I was listening, man. I told you that.
And
Mo, you know what?
I,
I'm gonna mind my business, Mo. I'm gonna let you. That's why you the queen. Let me go ahead and be quiet.
and you know what's funny is,
What?
whenever you're saying like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, there's people on here right now going, how in the hell are you going to run slingshots in that short of a time period? And I've been to your show and I know that it's going to work and it's going to be fine because, like I said, it is efficient. It's quick. Like you play, you guys are ready to judge, and I'm like, shit, that was fast. There's no 5-minute build up, for this, next round. Like, that is something I will say. I've competed in your show and it's very efficient. It's you roll through
We
it, like I
we
was saying
ran
earlier. So
we ran 76 bikes in North Carolina. We went hot at, I want to say, 2:21.
Mhm.
And I asked the crowd, what time you think we're going to get done as we're going? And I said, we're going to get done at 8:54.
Yeah.
The last bite got judged, and I said, what time is it? And they looked
Yeah.
at me like I was crazy and said 8:54. You
Yeah.
have to
Yep.
Yeah, that
you
part.
have to I ain't got time to be. I'm gonna tell a couple jokes and all, but we gotta take care of business, man.
That's right.
Mhm.
That's right.
Yep. Yeah.
So we
And
gonna get it done.
at the end of the day, I think that almost will work out good. That way the people that want to hang out and check out the baggers and stuff, they can, and check out the bikes, and then the people that want to ride out and explore Dallas, that's cool too.
Right.
So
And you know what?
that's really good.
Another thing people don't understand is more than just Rick and them that's going to be at that racetrack. So there's going to be a lot of stuff
Yeah.
going on. I mean, you can
It's
even
drag
go.
racing.
Yeah, they're going to have drag racing. And we got a couple of slings that get down now. With the running or whatnot like that. So it's a lot of stuff going on at that racetrack, but I'm still going to put something at the end of that, y'all, because I know I have it, incompleted. But Ricky, I got a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, this is just me talking outside my head. Not to say that you do it.
Don't get me. Don't. No, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. I'm gonna make a suggestion.
Yes.
Because you may not ever want to do this, because I know you're a bagger guy. I know y'all into that bagger music. But here's the thing. So, them folks are serious about running them top 8s, getting on into that mall, right?
Yeah.
They serious about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever thought of maybe in a couple of years, maybe we could finalize some slingshots like that and let them run on in there? Maybe about 2 to 4 of them behind the backers. What you think?
Hey Mo, do me a favor, Mo.
What?
I want everybody to do me a favor. Y'all got shoes on right now? When you take your shoes off, on each foot, what's them things on the end that you wiggle? I don't want to listen. It is very easy to scout for SOS top 8 for slingshots. Venue wise, where I currently do it at the mall, we can't pull them in the mall. It would be very easy, I'm sure, to find a venue to do something like that for the slingshots. But I just think you guys, and I'll sit back and watch, and I'll say this respectfully, y'all have enough going on with the platforms that y'all already have involved, and I would not want anyone to think that I'm stepping on their toes. Mm-hmm. However, Sound Off Series isn't just for motorcycle audio. I'll run cars, I'll run Jeeps, I'll run slingshots if I decide to go into that market. Let's just be clear about that. I'm running the business. Mm-hmm. But first and foremost, I would have to really consider that and give that some thought to see how easily would I be able to do that and give the right people, give everyone a fair shot at making the list. How many different platforms would I have to go to do the scouting? To do that, what are the platforms listening for? Or am I just showing up, using my own ear? But are these people now playing differently for the platform? Or am I going to just create slingshot shows and for Team Money Cycles and have a slingshot schedule also? So it's a lot of different variables, and I don't want to give anybody the short end of the stick by trying to spread myself thin. That's probably the best answer I can give you. I would love to do it.
We want the invitation, Ricky. We just want an invitation.
So
Mo just wants to go cause trouble in a mall.
Oh, Mo. Oh, y'all want one of these?
Yeah, we want an invitation, Ricky. We just trying to get an invitation.
Oh, okay. All
right. Ricky, you had asked how many slingshots might or might not be competing. I mean, might be in competition. TJ said 15 to 25 slings competing, but it's too soon to call it.
All right.
That's what he said in the comment.
Hey, Mo,
so that's what I said, wasn't it, Ricky?
Yeah.
I said 15 to 20, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I would say if we probably cap it at like 35 to 40. If it got that high. If we could.
Got that high. Yeah.
But we'll talk. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll must that in.
25 to 30 is perfect.
Okay.
Don't bring me 60. We'll be there. Shucks.
Rick, I'm gonna drop off a good 110 and say deal with it.
Listen, I'm good. I ain't that daggone good now. We're gonna have problems.
To this itinerary, because here's more people asking, can we get the itinerary or something regarding the itinerary? Just like
They must don't know the itinerary been put out already, Paula. Let them know that itinerary you guys already been put out. It was put out as I promised Sunday. I told you guys Sunday, I gave a date and I stuck to it. So and I tell you y'all to follow that event page. Like it, say you're going or you're interested, say something, because every time I print now or say something, I'm gonna say it in that event page, and it's gonna go right to the ones that liked it or say they were interested. But if you're not doing that, that's why you don't know that itinerary is out. That itinerary been out since Sunday, so you got to go into the massive meetup event page. You have to go there so you can see that and plus people have been spreading it. So kind of pay attention to what they're putting on their pages, because the itinerary has been released. It's been released. I just need y'all to go into it, and maybe I'll put a copy in the comments on here. For the people who did.
Can you help us out with that? Just put the event, like just link it here at the bottom of this thing, Ted.
Yeah.
The event page, please.
I figure a lot of people didn't see it, but it's definitely there.
I saw it.
I know you did.
She still ain't gonna make it though.
Mo, you something else today, Mo. I just want to know you something else. You got me on roller skates today. You gotta knock it off. Hey, I want to put this disclaimer out there. I just want to come out to Slingshot events, have a good time.
You know what though, and that's what this massive meetup have always been about, y'all. Before the sound competition got heavy, before it even really started, I'm just gonna be honest. I remember having a sound competition at the 2017 show, massive meetup, and wouldn't nobody want to play. Like everybody, like, no, we're not playing, because that wasn't a thing for the sling community that like that. And you remember that, John? You remember that when everybody was just rejecting to play that system? I was trying to find anybody to get that award to. But people didn't want to play, and it's amazing. But this the massive meetup is for everybody to come enjoy themselves. Everyone is welcome. If you think people don't like you, we love you. Come on out. I see everybody's looking forward toward Rise. My goodness. I never had so many people to hit me up about where they want to go. And so, the Fair Park going to be in play. That's the big thing. Oklahoma going to be in town. And when I say Oklahoma, I'm not talking about Oklahoma slings like that. I mean, the whole state of Oklahoma is going to be in town behind their Bravo game that's happening inside the Fair Park. So it's a lot going on in Dallas on that particular weekend. So y'all come out. Let's have us a good time. Hopefully this weather is good. I would have been great, but I just don't want to, I hope it don't make any type of change or anything like that. And do we always do? Have fun, ride, do whatever. So come on out and enjoy yourself. Because that's what we do,
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, it's going to be a good time. Absolutely.
Yeah. All the time. And Rickie, you said if you was available Thursday, you would come on out, right?
Yeah, I already purchased my ticket for Friday. What happened to the screen? Oh, it's there. I'm like, okay, I got you.
Moved us over.
No problem. I can't get out there until Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to move some things around, but I can't get out there till Friday.
Okay.
Are y'all coming to Daytona?
Is that the same time as yours, Paula, or not?
No, Daytona is the following weekend. Oh, that's Paul, you said.
Paula.
No. That one is the weekend after you guys in Daytona. It's like the weekend of the, I don't know what.
October 18th.
Yeah.
19th,
okay. So that's 1 week after ours. Probably not, since Paula got hers in place.
Oh, when is your event, Paula?
So we're doing an SS takeover from November 7th through the 9th, and it's the final knockout last show of the year.
Okay.
It'll be fun.
All right. Damn, I'll be in SEMA, I think, for that. Dang.
Yep.
Like
fun. SEMA finishes that Friday, but you can still make it down for Saturday.
Nice.
Where's that, Orlando?
Miami.
Oh, Miami.
Baby. You can't miss Miami.
I hate Miami.
Hey, Mo, are you?
Miami moved too fast.
Are you going to follow me and Raymond to Florida?
No, hell no. No, don't ask me again, Johnathan. Don't ask me again.
Come on, Team No Trailer. Let's do it.
JT, I don't even want you to come to the show.
I'm telling you, I don't want to come
You
to my
bring
show
rain
either.
with you.
In fact, you stay at home, JT. Stay at home.
I know. I was thinking
let me
about that. I was
let me
like,
tell y'all what happened. Let me tell you,
shit.
we was coming from Memphis last year. That was last year, wasn't it? And
We
it
come
just
from New Orleans.
poured down.
Yeah.
Like poured down on us for no reason.
JT.
Just because he was there. I swear to you, I would never go nowhere else with that man.
Yep. So when we were in New
When
Orleans.
you came to Tampa last year, it freaking rained.
Tampa, yeah.
It rained last year. Like it hadn't rained the whole week, and then once you got to Florida, it rained.
That's like when last year we were in New Orleans, and Raymond stayed an extra day, and Mo was like, "Well, I'm gonna follow you back." I'm like, "All right, cool." So we started rolling back, big ass like thunderstorm, and we're pouring down rain, and it's just.
And then he gonna have the nerve to say, "Do you want to stop? You want to stop? Stop
Yeah,
work
yeah.
in the storm? No, we gonna keep pushing."
You wearing your
thought
sling?
wanted, like,
You wearing your
stop at a gas
slingshot?
station or something,
I'm telling you, he gonna tell me you want to stop. Stop what? Let's just keep going. We already stuck now. Just let's keep going.
What were you driving, Mo? Batman?
Yep, Batman.
Batman.
You drive Batman across the like
Ricky,
that?
Batman.
Yep, we were
Remember,
rolling.
Ricky, I'm a biker first. I'm a biker first now.
Hey,
Batman got 94,000 miles on him.
you lying, Mo.
And he was out of commission, what, John, 2 years?
Yeah.
About 2 years with 94,000 miles on him.
Yep.
Mo, that,
Yeah.
see, Mo, I just wanted
rain.
you to say it so you can remind everybody that you were OG.
They
But I think they be
better
forgetting.
understand.
They be forgetting. See,
know it.
Yeah.
That's me and Mo running joke. They better stop playing with Aunt Mo.
Right.
Yeah. But you know what? That's what makes it fun. Like I don't have nothing against, the trailer queen slingshots or, whatever, but I like to see somebody get in the rain, man. Like it sucks, but here we are. It's raining. Let's just keep going. Fuck it.
No, that's all it is. It sucks. There's nothing like you couldn't even say it's fun.
Yep.
After every comment, hold on. After every comment you make, you'd be like, "Oh, something, whatever." It's just fun. You couldn't say that just now. It sucks. It just sucks.
Right.
It just sucks.
I'm the whole time, it's pouring rain. I'm thinking about the TV in my hood. I'm thinking about these expensive ass Bama speakers. I'm like, man,
I'm thinking about my life. Forget
this shit ain't waterproof, man.
I'm thinking about my life.
But it always happens, so I don't even worry about it anymore. I'm
but
like,
did you die?
Yeah.
Twice, probably. He probably.
Yeah. I know he's been struck by lightning a couple times.
Oh yeah, I've hydroplaned more than a couple. So yeah, I know.
You don't go nowhere with John.
Yeah. You don't want to ride with me. I tell everybody, like, we speed and it's probably gonna rain. So
yeah, both of them.
Just so you know.
Who is Annihilator? I can't see the picture, but they've been commenting some stuff, and he just put, "Just keep pushing, but slow down. You're already in it." I don't know who you are.
Talking about the rain.
Who said that?
But no, just keep pushing. Slow down, stop, find a hotel or something, cancel, sell the slingshot, get rid of it.
sell that shit. Yeah, all that. Yeah. Yeah, they always every when it's raining and it gets cold, it's like, man, I wish I had a trailer right now. Like I'd be warm and shit and everything. But I see everybody's trailer get break down or get stolen or tires go flat. I'm like, damn, I ain't never had a flat tire on the freeway. Like every single event, somebody has something going on with their trailer. I'm like, that's why I don't want a trailer. I'm just gonna keep rolling.
So Annihilator is Don Howes from SS22.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. He's saying, JT flew past us on the way to Memphis.
Yeah, we're rolling. I tell people we got ticket money. You gotta make sure you're ready to roll with us. We got lawyers on standby, like. But
thanks.
But no, it's gonna be fun. What do we got? Like the DJ competition on Friday night with the LED competition, and ride out to the stadium and stuff on Friday. So
that was a special request. Memphis wanted that. Yeah,
I know. I think what's his name? Slinger wanted to go to the Cowboy Stadium, so he wanted to see a winning team. But maybe not this year. But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Maybe not this year. But I'm a Cowboy fan, so that's my people.
We have another question.
Everybody gotta look up to somebody. You just don't look that high. That's all.
Yeah, exactly.
We have
Go
another
Eagles.
question, guys, from Neil, #Texas. He's asking, for us newbies, this is a while ago, but I just saw it right now. For us newbies, how does King of the Hill work?
So King of the Hill in the SOS is 2 motorcycles pulling the lanes, left and right lanes, say for instance. Each get the opportunity to play for a minute and a half. So Paula, JT, you guys pull in. Paula, you play for a minute and a half. JT, you play for a minute and a half. The judges then judge. You only need 2 votes to win. 2 out of 3 to win. If they vote for JT, JT, you stay. Paula, you leave. Mo, you come in the ring. So you're now the challenger. JT now is the potential king of the mound on the mound. But he could get knocked out, but he's the sitting king right now. JT now only has to play for 1 minute. Mo, you still get a minute and a half to try to knock JT out. JT gets a minute as the king to knock you out. So in the motorcycle world, it's a little different. The minute does 2 things. It allows you to conserve your battery because our motorcycles don't run in the ring.
Yeah.
They're just running off of their battery, reserve the power. 2, when you have 100 or 70 or 60 plus bikes in the competition, to keep hearing that bike play for a minute and a half over and over and over again on King of the Hill. Hey, you the king. You got 1 minute. You got 30 seconds left to deliver a knockout punch and stay on the mound. So we had some people that were knocked 19 bikes out. One young lady just knocked out 16 bikes.
Wow.
And but she didn't get the trophy. Actually, a bike from Miami came in, and he ended up knocking her out, and I think 2 or 3 other guys to take the trophy. So you can be the king and get all the way to the end and get knocked out if you got a strong competitor coming up in last.
Nice.
But you got the respect. So that's pretty much how King of the Hill works.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I think that's smart. I wasn't even thinking. I wasn't thinking about that minute, for the king. Like that makes sense because, like you said, y'all's don't run. You play it off the battery, and that's a whole, thing that slingshot people don't even acknowledge. We have the luxury of an alternator, so we can just let it sit there.
Right. These guys don't have alternators, and they're going sometimes 4, 5, 6 rounds.
Yeah.
And we have
that's crazy.
Jack from Underground Auto. He made a comment. He said, I think he made it twice, but I'm sorry, Jack. I couldn't. So he's like, I'll repeat it again. Every platform, every independent show or local sound competition show should look at SOS as a model of how to run their shows. Salute.
What's up, Jack? I appreciate that, but everybody, listen, man. I'll say everybody's working hard, man. If you choose to do that, then great. But some people want to, they may have their own flavor they want to put on it. But I appreciate the compliment and the accolade. So thank you, Jack. That's my man from down. Matter of fact, I'm coming down Jack way. Jack, I gotta call you. I'll be down there in like 2 weeks.
So then you might as well just wait or stay and go to Miami.
They trying to get me to Miami.
Jack is not going to SEMA because he's coming to Miami. Come on, Will.
Oh, Jack, hold on, Jack. We were in SEMA together last year, Jack. He ain't going to SEMA? Oh, man. I got to talk to you, Jack. I thought we were going to be hanging out in SEMA.
Oh, look. Rod from Mid-South said, we're slinging to Dallas, about 14 to 20 slings just from Memphis.
Nice.
Go Memphis. Go Memphis.
Yeah.
Memphis is lit. That slingshot show was lit.
Yeah. That thing was that's definitely one of my the top 2. It's like Sling Experience in Memphis, and now I'm like, shit, they're neck and neck now. Like those are the 2 must attends for sure.
I've never done Sling Experience. I think I've done just about every platform, I believe. Have fun at each, but I've never done Sling Experience, I don't believe.
Yeah, Sling Experience is really cool. Like it's definitely one of the ones that are I tell everybody, you got to do Sling Experience, and then every other event's kind of like cool, but it's not Sling Experience. But then, I think after that, though, everybody's kind of stepped their game up. They've started to offer more along the lines of, things to do, rides, it's better organized. Like, I really believe that they kind of set the tone for what people want to see at a Slingshot event, and Memphis definitely taken the reins and, ran with it for sure, with their event and where they had it. But just sometimes it works out perfect, whether the event is in a giant hotel parking lot and the people can stay at the hotel, like its Sling Experience has typically been. And then the Memphis event was, giant parking lot right down the street from the hotel. So it was like, I rode my scooter to the hotel, and left my Slingshot parked at the event. So it was like, they kind of worked out perfectly geographically for the way they organized it. So, but it's super
Look,
nice.
you guys are going to have D Nice. He said SS22, South Carolina is going to be pulling up too. So
Who?
Nice.
D Nice.
D Nice.
Yeah, he said South Carolina is going to be pulling up too. So, I mean, you
guys are
going to have an amazing show.
Yeah.
Texas
Paula's not going to make it. That's some bullshit. But yeah,
Johnathan.
It's always it's I think this year it ought to be really nice in Dallas for sure. I think Mo's battery died. She said she could be with us for like 33%.
38%. She said then she was out.
Yeah, she said she had 38% of battery and then she was going to have to be out. So I think her battery died. But yeah, like I said, I'm with TJ, man. If you want to put on a training academy or the thing that you put on, definitely let us know, because it's something that I'm interested in, and I'm sure a few people around Texas would be more than interested, because it's the more knowledge the better. I'm not trying to train to be a professional tuner or judge or anything like that, but the more from somebody who obviously, or from a platform that obviously has set a standard that people could follow, and really, I think, do good within their own organization.
So won't we do this? And it's not just geared to people who want to learn how to judge. The other question is, what are judges listening for?
Yep.
So the class is, learn to listen, and you can take what you learned in the class and utilize it in the ring, utilize it as a judge, and just kind of have a basis of what to do in your slingshot endeavor. I'll say your slingshot audio endeavor. So if you have some folks that want to compete, we could bring some slingshots out, and when we get to inside the book, when we talk about clock management, we can utilize do some real life training. So if you and TJ want to get some get a class together and we look at some dates, I'm definitely up for it.
Yeah,
Mo,
cool.
did your phone die?
Yes, it did. And I forgot the thing was holding on to 5% for the longest.
Hey, listen, guys, I gotta get off and try to get me some dinner. I got a big day tomorrow.
Oh, but, no problem, Rickie. Well, we really appreciate you coming on, man. Give us your social medias real quick, so let everybody know.
So you can reach us on Facebook and Instagram at Team Money Cycles. It's pretty simple. Join the group page. If you want some entertainment, join the Team Money Cycles, the Sound Off series, our private page. It's a great storyline going on. Really, I'm gonna be honest with you, not really too much drama, or I'll say clean drama. So you won't leave with a headache. A lot of great information. A lot of information is shared on there, and you can hit us up on Instagram as well.
Perfect.
One more question for you from TJ. What's the cost for the class?
Hit me up offline, and we'll put something together. I want to say, and I just don't want to do the wrong thing. I think it was on our Eventbrite for $199 per person. Yeah. And that's when we had it here. But if we're talking about traveling, then of course we just got to make it make sense and get enough people to help facilitate costs and all. But it was $199 on the Eventbrite.
Perfect, man. We really appreciate you coming on, and I will see you on next weekend then.
Absolutely, thank you. Hey, Paula, good luck with your show, and Mo, I'll see you.
Yes.
In a couple of days.
Okay.
a couple weeks. All
Right.
right.
Yep.
They ain't no
Take
couple
care.
weeks.
All right.
Bye, Ricky.
Thank y'all for having me. Take care.
Hey,
All right.
Hi,
thank you.
Ricky.
All right.
Yeah, we thought we lost you, Mo. It's like, man, Mo's gone to bed. Phone went off. She was
That's
done.
what Mo fit to go right now is the
Yeah, I'm about
bed.
to
But
say it's.
now I told y'all that percentage was low. It was low, and
Yeah,
I forgot about it until it went dead. I
yeah,
forgot.
yeah.
You know.
No, I think it's going to be a good event. I think what I like about it is, by putting the judging in somebody else's hands, that is experienced with it. You're not going to get that bullshit. Well, the judges are friends of so and so and blah blah.
Yeah.
No, because like, you know, I I lost to Brad at SOS that year, and I beat everybody in featherweight that year until Brad beat me. Well, I'm sorry. Elizabeth beat me, and then I beat her twice. I'm not trying to rub that in. Sorry,
Uh,
Elizabeth. But
uh,
but then Brad beat me, and I'm like, damn, which it was legit. Like, the slingshot he built did sound better. It had the things that mine was missing. So, and I think that's what it's about. Is knowing that I felt like it was fairly judged. I wasn't thinking that I got screwed or nothing like that. So I think that'll be a good thing with this event is that people won't go away thinking that they were friends with the judges or none of that crap.
right. And
Like
you know what? You
that's
know
what I
what
like.
though? Jonathan, that is the reason why I involved SOS in it. And because
Yeah,
for this show, everything that I do, I don't like for it to be biased at all.
yeah,
People spend their money for these bills, and I want everyone to get an equal opportunity.
hmm
It don't help me none because I want to pick this person or pick that person. I'm not doing that. Even when I judged Memphis show, it's a whole lot of SS22s that didn't make it in that sound
yeah,
competition,
yeah.
and I was the judge. You understand what I mean? So
Oh yeah,
it's all fairness. So what I did, I said, so we won't hear nobody crying or anything of such. I said, let me just get Ricky them involved in that because the judges won't know the people in the slingshot community. Therefore, they can't say you will pick this person or you closer to that person. Let me put it in a whole nother situation hands.
yeah,
And that was the reason for me, me gaining up with SOS for this judging of the sound competition. I want everybody to have a fair shake. And then
yeah,
plus, I don't want us to get blamed. So,
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, for real, yeah,
when they get to start fighting, fussing, and cussing, I'm gonna
man.
tell them, look, y'all go over there. I
Yep.
don't want that responsibility. So that's why I took it out the way I did, just so everybody can feel like they getting a clean, fair shot. Honestly,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, it'd be
And
fun. So
just because you mentioned Mid South and Memphis Madness, there was a comment. I wasn't going to bring it up, but you know what? They were talking about it, and it was TJ and Rod.
Uh-huh.
And TJ said, don't worry, Mo's going to be back working as a judge in 2025. And then Rod said, she didn't even work at all. You didn't even show up to the competition tent. And they were just being messy a little bit on the comments. It was like back and forth between the two of them.
Don't worry
So
that's
about it.
funny.
I get them one by one. How about that part? I get them. Yeah, it's
That's
all
funny.
good. Yeah,
No,
boy.
it'll be a fun event. I'm excited, and
Yeah.
it's not even and it sounds so dumb because like I'm like maybe 45 minutes away from the venue, and it's like it's so far, it's like all the way across town, and it's where I guess because when you travel to an event, like I'm at the hotel down the street, so like I'm there, so I probably should just book a room so I'm like down the street, I'm at the
Yeah.
venue, so I won't be crying.
Rod
Right.
is being messy. He said, and I'll say it again. I guess he's talking about, oh, look, Mo.
What do you say? What do you say?
He said,
Mo was back.
whoa. He said, Mo was, listen, you want me to read this out loud? Okay, fine.
We
Mo
understand.
was my godsend the first 2 years. Then she ghosted me for the third year.
That's funny,
Tell Rod I don't ghost him. He know that.
man.
He knew I
Hey,
was over there taking footage. I was making sure we had footage.
yeah, I was about to say if they don't know Mo by now, like it's too hot. She ain't coming out yet. Like
I
it's
was
got to
right
get
there
it
though,
starting to get
Ted. I
dark.
mean, Jonathan. I was right there, but I was taking footage. You look at that SS22
Yeah,
page.
no, you were,
Yeah.
but normally it's like, what time is it? Like it's 3 o'clock. No, Mo's taking a nap.
Look,
They
for
probably just
real,
had
for real.
lunch. Like she ain't coming out yet. It's
But I did
1:02.
check this though. I asked about his judges, make sure he had them. He had picked them already, and that's a
Yeah.
good thing. You know.
Yeah.
What do you say?
TJ
What
is
do you say,
saying,
Paula?
hold on. TJ is saying, ask her about that ear cleaning regimen.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what? You know what I said, TJ? You so messy. What I say, there's a lot of people out there judging all these shows, and there is a such thing as a professional ear
Yep.
clean that people don't know anything about. So sometimes, and that will mess with stuff like tones, like high pitched tones and low bass notes. That's what
Yeah.
people fail to realize. So honestly, if you want to get techno body, ain't nobody certified to be a judge. They ain't had their ears cleaned out in years. Ain't nobody certified. To be honest, if you wanna know about it, but a lot of people don't even think that far to that. That's all. Until TJ stop being messy.
They're
Yeah.
all laughing
TJ.
on the chat. And but Rod is saying thank you for all your support, Mo.
Yes, yeah. Say, Rod, no, anytime I am there.
And she said, keep your receipt.
They ain't no
Now
good.
that's what I will say. You know, like people don't have to like what you say, but you're gonna say what you mean, and that's what I
Uh-huh.
like. Like, and,
Yeah.
because sometimes you'll say stuff, I'm like, damn, that's kind of harsh, man. Like, you can't like say that better, like friendlier, but then it's like, but you ain't got like that's how you say it, that's how you talk.
Right.
I'm like,
Like
Cause it
with
ain't
the
that bad.
itinerary. When I said,
Huh?
let's talk about this itinerary, and people asking questions, you're like, nope, we're not going to discuss this itinerary. It's been posted
that's,
since
that's
Sunday, like I said. So go look for it yourself. So go look
yes,
for it yourself,
They
that's
guys.
know I don't
exactly what
hold
I'm
no
talking
hands.
about. It's like, damn, that's right. Read the fucking page. Like,
Read it. I'm telling you what I tell my group all the
whew,
time.
that's
I
awesome.
say now y'all be asleep. And I'll be sitting in the middle of my bed. Don't I say this all the time, Johnathan?
Yeah,
Writing this long stuff, what we gonna do all throughout the week, times and
yeah,
all this. I take off my day to make sure that my group have something going every step of the way. And then this is
yeah.
what they'll do. They'll call my phone. What we doing this weekend?
What we doing?
Say, man,
If somebody will message, hey, what's going on? Like,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
yeah, I'm about
Like
to.
I ain't just spent the whole entire time writing this out.
Yeah,
Don't
Or
they do
where are
that?
we meeting?
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm telling you, I'm like, it's on
Here.
there. All you got to do is look. And you know what they'll tell me? Mo, I don't want to look. I want you to tell me.
yeah,
Or,
This is
oh,
it.
I don't
yeah,
keep up with the chat. Can
That's
you
what
just
they
tell
say.
me
That's what they say.
directly? It's
Say
like,
that.
okay, there's like 100 of you guys on this chat. I'm not going to remember to email or, I mean, not email, but message you directly.
yeah,
SoFlo, that's on the chat
Yeah,
yeah,
but
right
here's the
now.
thing, though. I'm smarter than that because I have a chat and an event page for them.
yeah,
So it can stand still. You understand?
yeah.
And I
She'll be
post
like,
on
look at
both.
the event
See,
page. It's on there,
right,
y'all.
right.
Like,
It's
damn.
right on there. And they still say, but we want you to tell us. See,
Yeah,
that's just that spoil. That's that
yeah.
spoil miss
That's
right
it.
there.
And look,
That's it.
even Rod again, he's in the chat. In the chat, he said, "Shut the front door." I thought I only went through that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No.
What we doing this evening? She
I'm
already
telling
said
you.
it like 4 hours ago. That shit is funny.
Yeah,
But
if I don't repeat it 3 or 4 times, they ain't trying to hear it.
mhm. That's why I showed Ted my shirt, and he's like, I didn't get a shirt. I'm like, you're supposed to order, like, it was on the group chat. And he goes, oh, yeah, that's muted. I'm like, see, come on, man.
Say, man, I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Wait, he's gonna take you off the screen in
I know,
like
I'm about to
five,
get deleted.
four,
Yeah, that shit's
three.
funny.
Right.
But,
No.
well, no, that's good talking to you, Mo. And I know I'm excited about the Dallas event coming up next weekend. So starting on Thursday, Friday, and
Yeah.
Saturday. And so go to is it the Dallas meetup page, or I forget the name of it. What's the
The
page
massive
name again?
meetup, the SS22 massive meetup event
Okay,
page.
that's
Yeah.
right.
And you know what though? People would if they would just say they interested or going, like a lot of them have, every time I write anything in there, they will receive that
Yeah.
update, but they have to like it or something first. So I did put that out multiple times. You got to go out and go in and like this, or say you're going or something, just to keep up with it. So
Mm-hmm.
Listen, TJ, can you just jump up on? You have the link to jump in here, TJ, because he's saying, what's the name of the host hotel? What are we doing Saturday night? What's the plan for
Who
next
is that? Don't put him up in here, cause TJ know better than that mess. TJ know better than that mess, and I don't have all night to explain what's on that paper. I ain't trying to hear.
TJ, he's trying to
Well,
he's trying
TJ
to
ain't
get some
trying to
good
hear him.
questions in for us.
Yeah, he should have said that at the beginning of the show. I ain't got time for all that.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So we will see you guys next weekend for the Dallas Massive Meetup. I hope you're there, and if not, you'll definitely see a bunch of my live videos. I'll be live, talking and blah blah, and I might actually go on some of the rides. I never do the rides, but if you're in your hometown, I guess you gotta follow the people so they don't get lost. So
Right.
But it'll definitely be fun. So hopefully we can get to see everybody there, and be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and that way we try to get our followers up. I think we're at 305 now, Paula. You said?
All right, we're at 306 right now. I just clicked fresh. We're doing it big.
We're doing it big, but hey, we might get picked up by Spotify or Netflix or something. Like, this is how we're doing it. Shit.
We're getting close. How many followers do you have, Mo? I'm looking this up. What you have,
on what page?
You have 20,000 followers on the SS22 Facebook page.
Right.
Teach us a little something, Mo.
They like SS22, baby. They like SS22.
We are so happy to be at 306 on Slingshot Audio Garage YouTube. And here you are with 19,000, almost 20,000 followers.
Right.
She's a celebrity. We don't even know it. Like, we didn't know this the whole time. I work on a celebrity slingshot. You know what? Y'all didn't know that.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it was good talking to you, Mo.
If you need any information on the SS22 Massive Meetup National Event, that's literally what it's called on Facebook. You just look that up. Even if you just type it up on Google, SS22 Massive Meetup, it'll come up this Facebook page. And on there, she's posting all kinds of event updates. I'm sure any questions that you have, you can reach her through there. So, yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
absolutely. It ought to be fun. Too bad you can't make it, Paula. That's pretty messed up. But whatever.
Listen, I have the two ladies that were going to join me this weekend. She goes, damn, we should have gone to Dallas. She just sent me that, Amy. 3 minutes ago.
Let's go.
I know. And look, I promise you not. You know what? I'm going to try and switch my script. I don't know how to do this, but I am looking at the flight to maybe just fly in on Saturday. Let me not say it was too loud before my husband comes in the room and shuts this whole thing.
Yeah, knock the whole laptop off the counter. Yeah. Trying to spend money you're not supposed to be spending.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, I guess we'll wrap it up then. We've been, I know Mo's about to get to bed. She's got to get up.
Yeah, 3 hours. 3 hours.
3 hours. That ain't bad.
Get off my phone.
3 whole hours of sleep. Man, that's a lot. Man. That's how we know you're not trying to explain a bunch of shit. You're like, man,
right.
You're counting down the time. You're like, I got to go to bed.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it's good talking to you, and we will see you next week at the Dallas Massive Meetup. And it's good talking to you again, Paula. We'll see you guys later.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.